My name is Bryan, and I have a problem with motivation. I mean, especially when there's other things happening in the world, when maybe there's something big looming that is taking up my mental energy. I don't know what that could possibly be, but I struggle to get myself motivated to do the little things that make me happier at home. And if you're at all like me, this might help. One of the things that makes me happiest at home is to have a clean kitchen. But in order to have a clean kitchen, you have to be willing to do the dishes. And that's where my story today starts. Not with dishes per se, but with a dish sponge. And not with a dish sponge, a lot of dish sponges. See, I came home from work one day and sitting on my front porch was an improbably large cardboard box. And for once, I didn't order anything on Amazon. So I managed to get the box inside and I open it up and I find hundreds of sponges. And now I have some friends that are on the practical joke spectrum, but I couldn't think of anybody that would send me hundreds of sponges as a practical joke. I mean, where's the joke? So I start texting around with increasing paranoia. They're all denying it. And I'm just trying to figure out who would ship hundreds of sponges addressed to me. And then I remember a conversation that I had with my sister when we were all on vacation together. My whole family, we all went up to a cottage in Michigan. My parents were there, my sister and her family, my brother, and we were taking turns doing chores. And I think it was a Sunday morning, so we had a big Sunday brunch, and my sister and I were in the kitchen doing the dishes. And I just made the offhanded comment that I think sponges are disgusting. I think they're gross. I think you all keep your sponge too long and then you use it to clean things. It's disgusting. I say dishonor on your whole family.
Make a note of this. Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your cow.
Okay. Now that I got that out of the way, all I'm saying, sponges are gross. They're just gross. And I think we all have things like that. I have a friend who washes her towel, her bath towel, every time she uses it. Some of us have things about seams on the toes of our socks. You know, I just think sponges are disgusting, and I think y'all keep them too long. That's all. Anyway, I made this comment to my sister offhand that if I never had to worry about money again and science could somehow figure out a way to recycle perfectly a used sponge so that my carbon footprint doesn't get larger than Shaq's 22s, I would love to have a different sponge for every day of the week. Now, it was just an offhand comment, but there I was months later, having completely forgotten about it, when there shows up at my door 365 sponges. One sponge every day of the year. It's like Publishers Clearinghouse and Scotch-Brite got together and had a weird, kind of questionable baby. And the thing about the sponges, they're kind of lousy. They're small, they're, kind of cheap. They're not very good at cleaning. This is what they look like after one day of doing dishes. I mean, I can see you through this. They're not good sponges. Even if I wanted to keep them longer than a day, I couldn't. They're lousy. And I have 350 of them. I have to dedicate an entire cabinet to sponge storage. It's a problem. This was not a good gift. Sometimes when I'm facing life's hard times and the challenges and obstacles that I'm facing feel like they might be insurmountable, it just drains me of the motivation to do the little things that make me happy. The dishes sit in the sink longer than they should. The bed goes unmade more mornings than I would like to share. But for me, in those times, in those hard times, the thing that can motivate me and energize me better than anything else is doing something nice for somebody else. And I don't think it has to be a grand gesture. My sister gave me the worst gift in those useless, terrible, hard to store sponges. But every time I do the dishes, I think of her, and it makes my heart happy and makes my heart smile. She was thinking of me, and she wanted to give a little bit of whimsy into my life. I think what the world needs now more than anything else is for each and every one of us to go out there and do a good deed. Do something nice for somebody else. It doesn't have to be a big thing, but all of those good deeds could then go and cause more good things to happen. And we could start an avalanche of happy hearts. I think it's worth trying. So if you're going to do it, let me know in the comments down below. I really hope this helps. And at the end of the day, I hope that you'll try hard that you'll be well, but more importantly than any of that, you'll do some good in the world. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing's going to get better. It's not. I'm going to give a special shout out to my production crew today. They may not be exactly what you expect, but they're always waiting in the wings for me.